Stephen Williams here, Master Motivator, your encourager, with your word for the week. Appreciate you allowing me to come into your space. Don't take it for granted. Certainly don't take it lightly. Listen, I see you all. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel, for sharing it. Same thing on Facebook. Same thing for those of you who are getting it via your text message. I appreciate you. Before I move forward, listen, if you want this in your text message once a week, just go to 71441 and put in the body my word in one place. 71441 and put my word, and this will come directly to your text message once a week. You know how I do though before I can get a word in? Got to get a word to come up out of you. Come on, say this with me. I'm the head, not the tail. I'm above, not beneath. I'm fearfully and I am wonderfully made. All right, our word this week is it just doesn't match. That's the phrase. It just doesn't match. It's time for you to make it match. What am I talking about? There are so many people who have really the insight that their mouths talk so much, but their actions just don't match up with their mouths. And they're beginning to just sound silly. Look, try something new. If you're going to do something great, it's time for your actions to match your words. I got a friend right now who's in Dubai. We talked about going to Dubai years ago, and yet she has now made this a reality. Your mouth has got to match up with your actions, because you can't just sit around here talking about how great you're going to be and how wealthy you're going to be, and you don't have a plan and you don't follow through with that plan. You got to trust the voice that's on the inside of you. If you've been given it a vision plan to get it done, if you can see yourself doing it, then you have to make the necessary arrangements. Look, a year ago, I wanted to make sure that my credit score was 70, 80 points higher than it was. How about a year later, it's 70, 80 points higher than it was. That's phase one. Being economically sound is phase one, but it takes effort. It takes work. It's not something that's just going to happen overnight. Your mouth have got to match your actions. And so many people are talking about what I'm going to do, but you have no actions around it. You can't lose weight sitting on the couch. You can't lose weight eating everything that you want to eat. Your actions must match. And I'm here to tell you it's going to be a sacrifice. It's going to take some effort. But in the process of you doing that, guess what? You can accomplish it. But you got to match. Baby girl, you got to match. Young brother, you got to match. You can't be talking about all the great things that you're going to do and you don't have any actions. No sacrifice. Nobody said this was going to be easy, but they did tell you that you can accomplish it if you put your mind to it. But putting your mind to it and your mouth, if they don't match, then you sound like, ugh. You keep talking about the same old stuff. And there's nothing worse than to hear people talking about all the greatness that they're going to do, and they don't ever have any actions towards it. Come on. You're going to have to put it together. You're going to have to do it and stop being afraid of it. It's time for you to get this thing done. I have a friend of mine. I have two friends. One friend, he literally believes everything that comes out of his mouth he can actually accomplish. He does not take it for granted. He just absolutely does it. Then I have another friend, and she, every time you think she's going to say, I'm going to do this, and the next thing out of her mouth, it cuts off her actions. So you're going to have to move to this thing. It is time for you to move in it, become it. Stop talking about it and start being it. It's a disappointment when you can continue to discuss it, but your actions don't match. Look, when you find the love of your life, when you find that thing that you really love, you don't let it or nobody else around you try to talk you out of it. You walk in it and you don't get discouraged from it. Every new day must start with a new voice, and you got to make it your new voice, and it's got to match your actions. It takes some effort, takes some sacrifice, but guess what? That voice on the inside of you saying that you can do it, I believe you can do it. But you're going to have to believe you can do it. And after you start believing, you're going to have to walk in it. This is your day. Make it happen. Make this stuff match and go to your greatness.